Jim Curtin. Jim will give an opening statement, then we'll open to questions. Jim, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, obviously, we talked a lot this week about being organized defensively. It started with keeping a clean sheet. That was the goal for the night. We're only going to get points if we're able to do that. So from that standpoint, I thought it was great effort from our guys. Really proud of the group staying together. Obviously, a very talented Galaxy team with a bunch of guys that can make a play, and we were able to neutralize them and had some chances ourselves. I think a draw is a fair result on the night.
Any questions for Jim on the floor?
Best defensive game you played this year?
Most complete game. So I think we've had some better soccer for sure in moments. But we haven't put together a complete 90 minutes. So for the first time, I think it's a 90 minutes where we were intense, we were focused the entire time, and we were together. All our movements were as a group, as one unit. We've had, again, like I said, better soccer, and we've scored a lot of good goals this year in spurts, and then we've conceded a bunch. So this was good from the standpoint in that it was from minute 1 through minute 90 plus the extra time there, a good clean sheet tonight.
Jim, it seemed like things were destabilizing a little bit. Brought Derek Jones in the game. Things tightened up. What did you say about Derek's performance tonight?
Yeah, Derek's been great for us all year. He's been a guy who we can count on for. He plays beyond his years. He breaks up a lot of plays. He gave us some fresh legs in a moment where we needed them. When he gets on the ball and starts bouncing off guys, he tends to always come out with the ball at his feet. So from that standpoint, I thought Derek really came into a game on the road in a tough environment, and not an easy thing to do for a young guy, and not really blink an eye when you're playing against Dos Santos. Jones, he's playing against some big time players. So for him to have the composure and go into a tough spot and do great speaks to the player that he is developing into.
Fafa Picault, first MLS start tonight. How did he earn that, and what do you think of his evening?
Yeah, so on the night we wanted to try to get at in behind their right back. They had the kid Smith in there last week. They kind of juggled things in the back and played Diallo back there. So the goal all week was to win balls and try and use his speed to get in behind the right side. I thought he worked very hard defensively. A couple little half chances, to maybe get in behind, but you can see that his speed brings a little bit of a threat to a back line and makes them drop a little deeper. So overall, though, for a first start, I was very happy with Fafa's work from minute 1 till he was subbed. He emptied his tank and did a good job for us.
Got a nice game from Elliott in the back.
Yeah.
You feel like you found your center back pairing?
I'll tell you what, he's done a really good job. He's a young guy who is growing into the position. He's really composed with the ball at his feet. For a guy who is all of 6'5", 6'6", he looks a little lanky out there, but he can really pass the ball. And you saw the composure that he brings to the back line. Obviously, he's going to be very good in the air, winning his duels, but I think Jack has really progressed as a young center back in this league, and someone that, if you look at where he was selected in the draft, maybe not a lot of people were thinking too much of him this year, but we believed in him, and he's gotten an opportunity. He's done a great job. No different than a Richie Marquez type, late round draft picks that can come in and play the position well, and proud of the effort Jack put in tonight, and great for him to get a clean sheet.
Any more questions for Jim?
Yeah, so next week you guys are taking on New York at home, big game, still winless on the year.
Yeah.
What's the pressure going to be like going into next week?
Yeah, Red Bull's a great team. They're playing very well right now. Obviously, it's a rivalry game. We'll be in our home stadium. Again, we're still fighting to get points in each and every game, and it starts with team defense. I thought tonight the team defense is something to build on for the next game. Obviously, with Question, with Wright Phillips, they have a handful of attacking pieces that we'll need to try to neutralize. And obviously at home we'll hope to have a little more of the ball than we did tonight and create some chances. So there's no easy games in this league anymore. There's no, back in my day, the Tampa Bay was bad for a long time, and there's no easy games. There's nobody that's going to give you anything. So we have to continue to fight for every point, and it starts now going back home against a very good Red Bull team. But we do have something positive to build off of. Any points in Los Angeles can kind of galvanize a team. I believe that. I've been on teams that have gotten results here, and it's made the group stronger. So hopefully we can take something from this point and really build on it towards Red Bull. Great.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, guys.